Wah wah. Right, I really am going to try and paint this one faster than sound alike because I keep doing these paintings. In fact, let's go right through that with that. Keep doing these paintings and I keep taking up far too much of your time. So I'm going to try and paint faster than the sound alike with this one. So there we are. Some water in there like that. There we are. Oh yes. Faster than sound alike. That'll do me. Right, let's get some trees in this background. Mix some colour nice and fast so I don't take too much of your time up. Right, there's some trees in there about there. Something like about that. There we are. Now then, as soon as that's dripping through there, come in some yellow and put some in this background flooring. There we are. Fast, lighter sound, speed, fast. There we are, get some cream colour for in there, that's my path. A bit of Bont Umber, I think, a tiny little dot of Payne's Grey in there. So that's gone. Green, don't know why, some more Bont Umber in. There we are. There, that's my path. Right, now then, I've got a big yellow tree in here. In fact, to tell you what, I'm going to dry it. Right, there's a big tree in here and it's got a lot of pure yellow in it, so it's got some bits there going up there like that. Let me put my hand there, I don't want that dropping down as I'm painting. Right, some bits there. Quite a strong colour this is. Some bits there like that. Some bits coming out of it to that side, coming right out there like that. And then there's some bits coming out there, about like that. Something like that. There, right, I'm going to leave that to dry for a bit now. That'll do me for a bit. Right, these trees over here. These are a lot softer. So there's a tree about here. More water on that. Right, this tree here, I'm going to strengthen up a tiny little bit, slightly in front of that one. There we are. This one's coming down here a bit. And this one's coming in front of that one. Like that. And then a bit darker, a bit stronger. There's another one in here about there, like that. Doing a bit of negative painting just in there, because that's going to be some bright yellow. So it's like that. Right, this brush here, I think just put a bit more details into some of that there. Path, same held up, same with that one, and then try it. do, that's dry enough, right. You want quite a bright green there, so let's try. I'm just into some muddy green, what's in the bottom of my palette. I'm going to build this up now into a bright green. So all these bits here where there's gaps in it, I'm going to build up with some nice bright green. There we are. It's in here like that. It's in there like that. I might go out for a swallow tonight. No, welly. Oh, that's nice. I think there's a karaoke on. Last time I did a karaoke, half at pub, half at pub were cheering for me, and the other half were booing me. Well, I've got a funny feeling there. Half that were cheering the half that were booing. Says a lot about singing, doesn't it? There we are, some little softer bits in there. Just like that. I'll be going back into these darker bits in a minute, or in a bit, not sure when, with some even darker bits. Right, I think that same green in here, I'm going to have to mix a bit more, so it might not be exactly the same, but it'll be similar. Right, so that comes into there like that. That's why I did this negative paint in here, so it looks like this bit's in front of that bit, and then this sort of come out into like something like that. This tree's in front of the other one, so I'll block all that in, and there's some darker bits on there going to be going in there. Right, so that's that. Right, now then, I think some of that same colour and just strengthen up some of this one anyway. Probably more to this side. There, like that. And then probably soften it out into there, or I might put some slightly darker in. Right, I'm going to do the same again, but I'm just adding a little bit of water. I'm just dabbing on some scrap paper. Make sure it's not too strong, because this bit here, I think, just wants strengthening up a little bit like that. That's it. That's probably not quite enough, so a bit more paint on my brush, try again. That enough? Could do with a bit more, but I'll use that wet to soften that over in, and I'll just come back in a bit and do a bit more. Dab a bit of that. Coming over there a bit too far. I'll wait a minute and then come back into that. Right, let's get. It's not dry enough to take. It's a tiny bit damp, but not much. So right, I'm coming into some green there. Still muck in bottom of my palette. It's just a filthy green, but it's too dirty really. I'm going to put some. Sorry, no, it's not too dirty. It's just too greeny. So I'm putting some burnt umber into it, and it's turning lovely colour now. I've got quite a thick paint now. This paint's as thick as my stepbrother Doofus. I'm only joking, it's not that thick. He reckons I'm thick. I don't think so, Doofus. No, Doofus is sound really. Doofus, my stepbrother. Right, here. It's really dark in here. That bit there's a really dark bit. And it gradually gets a bit lighter as it comes across there. Now, looking at this, I'm going to get really dark now. But looking at this here, I need to do some negative painting in here now, because there's some light what comes in of at top of there. So that there, that's going to be where that light bit comes in. Gone even darker. I'll do a bit of softening in a minute. I'll get some jet black in with that. mix a bit of water in. Tiny little drop I've mixed in. Dab it on my tea towel. I just want this to be... No, that's too wet, far too wet. No, forget it. Forget that. I've gone too wet. Just dab it, see if I can... I don't want a soft edge on there. Let's see if I can get... This might not work now I've wet that. I just want a nice spiky bit in there. That's better, like that. I'll come in all these bits with a little bit of this dark, just go in slightly less as I go up. That's it. That's that. Right. Now there's a lot dark in here, so I'll come into this one, put some dark bits in here like this. Tiny bits, not too much. I'll soften this all in a minute with a little bit of council pop. Gone into some green there. Added a tiny bit more water and I'll soften it a bit. Then I'm coming into here and off out into this tree. Now, most at bottom's quite dark. Then in here it's quite dark where I'm doing this negative painting now, look. So I'm painting round that one, so that one looks in front of that one. Gone into a tiny bit more, just water, and then I'm softening that. Just water out now. I might have too much water on my brush, but what I'm going to do is try it really quick. See if I can sop some back out. That's it. Try it again. Try and sop a bit more back out. Lovely. Oh, wow. Little bitty pet into there. Well, I think now what I'll do, wash my brush all together. Tell you what, let's mix a lighter green. That's better. And just dab that in on edges of this to get a nice lighter green edge in there like that. And then I think I'll do the same to soften these bits in. So there's a bit of lighter green on my brush there. I'm going to soften some of that in. Hopefully that's worked. Then in here, this one here, let's try and soften this one in. And then this one here has hardly got out on it. There we are. Just water on my brush now. Tiny bit of dark in there. Not much. Got to be careful because I don't want to be taking all your time up with this. You've got loads of stuff to do, I know you have. So I don't want to be nicking all your time. I've got loads of stuff to do. Got karaoke to go to in a bit. It's a bit darker down this bottom bit. Bit in, bit more, bit more. Keep adding in until it's right. I think we'll get away with that. Right, this same damp brush, I'm going to just soften in some of these bits. It's a bit too, don't know what's the word, gearish bit. I want it softer. Looks a bit much. So just going on like that softens everything in. Let's soften some of this bottom stuff in. Let's have a look at that. Right, I'm going to mix a bit of a bright, try and get a bright green again. That's nice. I'm going to bring this a bit more up here with some just bright green, a bit more there. It don't quite go out at page. It sort of does a bit. There, like that. That's better. There we are. Take it out at page on that bottom bit. A little bit of bright yellow in there and all. This one's quite strong. There we are. I think we're getting there now. Just softening all that in. Oh, that looks alright to me. Right, now then. What do we do now? There's a big bush in it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to fix my ground in now. So, come in. I'm going to get some more. I'm going to say some more bright yellow, but I don't think I am actually. I'm going to just gradually go darker now. So, I think I'll come in there, soften some of this in. Let's see. Same here, let's soften some of this in a bit. Just dip that into a bit of water to soften it. I'm going to start from that side, soften some of that in. Gone into some bright yellow there, soften a bit of that in. That's it, and a bit of bright yellow there and all. And then I'll just try and distinguish the hedge of this path. Same this side, bit of bright yellow in there. There we are. That'll do me. There. Just got water on my brush now. I'm just softening in some of these edges so it's nice and soft. That's it. That'll do me. Right. Now, some dry, another dry. That'll do me. Right, now then, I need some really bright green now. So I'll mix some of this green mud up into some of this yellow. I always seem to have green mud left over from painting before. So I can't say to you, oh, it's this green or that green, it's just green mud. But I've blasted that green mud into green yellow. It's given me a lovely green colour, really bright. Maybe darken it a little bit. Bit more yellow. Oh, this is looking nice. This is a bright green. I love that. Right, so get that bright green up into there like that. Comes around there like that, and it's just a green bush. It's sort of, I'd say it probably comes right down there. Right, let's take it darker. Let's try that. Let's darken that. Take that clip off. There we are, and then we'll go into some Font Umber and a bit of Payne's Grey. It's still a green colour, still loads of green in this colour. It looks nearly black, but there's loads of green in that. Right, I really like that. That's perfect. Right, time we're on 19 minutes. I'm trying to go fast. Let me get this brush and mix some colour. Right, I'm going to go into this Payne's Grey colour and Burnt Umber, and I've had to stick a load of red in because there's loads of green in it. You know that green I've just used there for that dark green? Well, I'm going to paint a cow, so don't want no green in it. So I've just added red in, and that's straight away cancelled out the green. Right, so now I've got a really dark brown, nearly black. Right, it's a tiny little brush. There's a cow about there. He's about there, and he's just side on. He's got his head down like that. That's his head there, and he's just nibbling at grass there like that. It's one leg. One leg's probably about there. I can't actually see on the actual photo. I can't see his legs. But I'll put him some little legs on there, even though I can't see him on photo. Even a little ear. There we are. And he's stood in grass. There's not really even a shadow in his photo, but so he don't look like he's floating, I'm going to give him a little shadow there. There we are. That's nice. A nice little shadow. Let's go into some lighter green. Even a little bit more. That'll do me. Right. Wash all that green out now, because there's another one. Right. So this is still same colour, Payne's Grey and Bontumber. Right, this one. Pour him. It's a bit more up here, but that looks like the bush. I don't want to pour him in the tree. It's actually about there. So I'm going to pour him about here. What means I'm going to have to make him smaller than on my picture because it's further away than that other one. So I'll stick him in about there. Sort of. That's his head. And his back is sort of more at an angle as well. His back leg's about there. That leg's about there. So well, let's make that his other leg. I think I've gone a bit too small. And then make that his head about there. And maybe he's got another leg about there. Nah, let's give him a little ear. And that's his bum about there, sticking up there. Does that look like a cow to me? Not really. Does it have to look like a cow? Not really, because by the time I get my grass in and that, it'll look like a cow. So a nice bit of grass in there for a shadow. It's not, on this photo, it's not looking like it's particularly a nice dead warm day out, so let's mix a bit of green in there again. A bit of something like that. Soften it a bit. See, some bits of texture in there like that. So that's not hot. A few bits of texture on top. Now, let's do the same here. A few bits coming down there like that. A few bits of colour and stuff. Bit of texture. There, that's that. So that's 2 cows, right. I'm going to dry them. No, I'll tell you what, I'll leave them up. Let's get a bloke and a dog in. When I come back, some cows have got a few little bits of white in them. Right, so let's have a bloke and a dog. I've got a lot of blue in it, so give me a bloke. A nice light blue top. In fact, no, let's go for a darker blue top so he stands out a bit more. Right, he's in distance. Very nice. I'll put him there, right in there, because that's my focal point there, really, isn't it? So I'll make him quite small if he's going there. So I'll give him some black trousers in a minute, some brown trousers. He's got a nice bright blue top on, but his trousers are a bit boring. I didn't even wash my brush. So I've not washed my brush, so his trousers have gone more like a dark blue. That's it. That's his dog. I've just done a blob there for his dog. Yeah, shall give him black here. Why not? There we are. Black here. And then put a tiny bit of a shadow colour on this path. Tiny bit. Just to link him to the path. Don't know which way my light's coming in. Yeah, I think it's coming in that way actually, so take my shadow slightly that way. Same with this then. That sort of you don't get shadow in a shadow, and I think we're sort of in shadow anyway in these bits, so I'm not worrying too much about these shadows. There we are, that's that. Right, I'll get my bod brush, put my bods in, and then I'll put some white bits in there after. Right, where is my bod brush? Is that it? Got it. this is black with a bit of that blue in still from his top. Nice, right. Let's get Peter and Paul in. I'm just doing these bits now while my paint dries. Peter, Paul, they're out looking for worms. That's Jacko and Moses, by the way. Jacko and his dog Moses. Right. Oh, why do I always do that? Wash my brush. For no reason at all, because I need this brush. Put my signature in while I'm waiting for that to dry. Bye. Die, or Bertie die. Bertie D in there. Right, well, I'll tell you what I nearly forgot. Right, use this brush, just wet it, wash it, I mean. Right, gonna need a load of white paint now. Right. Oops, get some nice fat bit. That should be enough on there. A designer's white gouge. I'm going to stick it in here just to take the excess paint off. Now, there's some little flowers in here. They're actually yellow. What I'm hoping, I'm going to get them in white first, and then hopefully I'm going to change them yellow in a minute. There's a lot of big ones in there about there, and then they seem to go littler as they come down bottom there. That'll do. Else we'll be there all day. Right, try and squeeze that white out. I don't want to waste this white. Squeezed as much of that out into my thing as I can. Right, which brush shall I use? This little one. I need some more white. Decent amount of that white on my brush. I need it on pretty thick because it's got a colour cover. It's black. Right, so there's some white on the bottom of his belly there, with a little bit on top of his thing there. His legs are white. He's got quite a lot of white in his bum. Bit down that leg there. Got a bit round there. Let's give him his legs are white, but let's give him a bit of white down. Put a bit extra white on that one than what's on him. There. Hopefully that will register. I'll blow dry that because that looks too strong. Oh, I've got to put my yellow in yet. Anyway, that looks too strong to me, so I'm going to blow dry it. I want to get some yellow straight out of the tube and all in there. I'm going to blow dry that so you can see once that dry it's onto. And I need to dry these flowers and all so I can get the yellow on top. There we are. Right. Get some of these. Get some yellow to on top of this white. Now then, some bright yellow. Get it out straight out of the tube, I think. There we are. Should be sound. Right, get these done in yellow. Bum 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 bum. Don't know. I'm glad it's not irritating. Listen to me going bom 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 bom. Not irritating at all. Just dipping into my little lid for me. Flowers. Dee 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 dee. Another dip into my little lid. Nearly done. Nearly done. You can go and get on your way. You could get on your way now if you wanted, because this is pretty much obvious what I'm doing. We're about done. There, some yellow flowers. Now, let me just have a look. Now I've done it, I can see something wrong with it. them cows are much too small. Look how big he is. Look how small they are. And I'm on 30 minutes. Now I can make them cows bigger. But do you want to watch me do it? Let's make them bigger. These are the sort of things you have to do. Just sit back and look. I'll make them bigger. It's going to make it a longer video. Let's get, that's his head there. That's his legs there. Bring him down a bit more. It's a bit more. Make that into his belly. That can be his head there. He's sort of coming more around like that anyway. And then his other legs coming sort of down there. I think his back leg you can hardly see. He's a bit on an angle, this one. He's there. That's his tab. He's eating some grass there. So that's that one. That's me. Is that even still big enough? Let's say how big that bloke is. Let's make him a bit bigger. Keep looking. Make sure you get it right. You might as well. There we are. I apologise for taking so long to paint this one, and all the others. I've been taking quite a bit of while painting all these. Is that better? He's sort of leaning forward, isn't he? But I think he's leaning forward too much. That looks better. And then that looks more like he's on that angle because it's not straight on. I think that's probably just about. I think his tab a bit bigger. I think that's probably not bad at that. Right, I apologise for taking so long, and I mean that from the heart of my bottom. Right, this one is just sideways on. That white's mixed in and it looks like a bit of light's hitting on him. That's cool. This one's a bit bigger, it's slightly closer. So I'll put him, is that looking big enough? Before I put the head and the ears in, it's a good time to sit back and look. Yeah, that looks alright. He's slightly bigger. So that's his head. This one is just side on. That's his leg, that's his other leg behind there. That could be his front leg there. You'd make his belly a bit bigger. And his other leg can be down there. Let's see, give him a bit of a tab and all. Some dark green from underneath both on them. That's it. And then get that white again. I might see if this white just bleeds in nice. So I don't know, he's got a white, his leg's white actually. So I'll go over that to his leg, and then his other leg's white. Right, go over that. Got a white bit on the bottom of that leg. And then I'm going to give him an extra, he's not got much white on him this one, but I'm giving him an extra bit under there. So that's that for him. This one's same, he's got like a white patch down there. And he's got a white patch sort of under here. And he's got a white stripe across there. A tiny bit there. It just sort of curves around there. That's it. That does look like two cows, I think, hopefully. Let's get a bit more. That one looks whiter than this one. This one's closer, so this one would probably have more white standing out in it. That'll do. That'll do. Took up too much of your time already. 34 minutes, that's been another long one. I need to paint quicker. I'm taking up far too much of your time, and in fact I really will do this quick. There is just a bit of a thing here going up into there with some little branches and stuff. There we are, that'll do. A couple there and a couple in that gap there. That'll do. Right, we're finished. Get a quick look at that while I put my lids on my yellow paint. hopefully it's nice, you like it, you can have a go at that. See them cows, I mean, I don't know, that one looks more like an hippopotamus to me. Does it matter? It's the overall thing, you know what I mean? Does it matter? Yeah, probably a lot of artists will say, oh yeah, it does matter. Cows look like cows, not hippos. If I had more time, I'd probably adjust that a bit. I'd make it look less like an hippo, I don't know. If you enjoyed it, it doesn't matter, does it? So that's a nice, got a bit of three-dimensional look into that. Bloke walking his dog, Jacko and Moses, Peter and Paul out looking for worms, and a couple of nice black and white hippopotamuses strolling round. Boyakashas, see they on beach.